What's up, everybody? This is Chris with Hobby Time with Chris. So I broke my Xmaxx already. Just kidding. What had happened is my steering servo was extremely loose, so it was clicking. It was making a violent clicking noise. I heard it coming from right here, and I felt it. Now it's silent. And yeah, my wheels wouldn't turn back straight every time because I nosedived on one tire. Pretty sure it just, hopefully it didn't crack. I didn't notice a crack, but anyway, I went to go tighten that screw, got quite a bit of turns out of it, so pretty sure I solved my steering problem. I'll get back to you guys in a minute when I got her up and running. Alright, it's now the next day. I'm just going to point out everything I did. So, I've been bashing it for about, I want to say, 4 days now. Just to give you an idea on how I play. I mean, might not seem like a lot to you. Maybe you'll get a brief demonstration. This is more of a what was wrong with it when I bought it. So these things are made by the millions, I'm sure, in Taiwan somewhere. I really didn't even look for the where it's made sticker. I know it's not America. So, not that that matters. I guess I can't zoom out any further. Not that that matters, but this is what I found. So when I was riding, and if I turn this wheel, I would get a violent clicking noise. Alright. I'm just going to pick up the front end. You don't hear anything. What I was hearing was the steering servo piece that attaches the steering control linkages to the actual servo. This piece right here. So that came loose off of the servo, or was never tight to begin with, and this is why I'm telling you this. So I had a good leak coming out of this bearing and this bearing. I've been beating the hell out of it for like 30 minutes, so it would be leaking already, and I don't see signs of it leaking. So there's 4 bolts, one on the left, right, not up high up there. I'm trying to block those 2, and then lower, I can't point it out to you. Inside that circular part, there's another screw, and there's a screw right inside that dark half moon here. That bolt, there's another bolt in front, and there's 2 bolts here, one on this side, one on the other side. It tightens this casing in, and it's your seal and it's your diff housing. So there is no seal, it's just plastic on plastic. You just have to tighten it in a star pattern, and then you're good. Shocks extremely leaky from the package. I'm dealing with Traxxas with that, not the seller. Traxxas likes to be dealer direct or whatever you want to call it, but Traxxas is sending me new shock oil, new shock seals, and hopefully a new tire, because the tires come pre-drilled, which is great. Let me get some light on the topic. See the hole? Well, my tire was saturated in oil, so the inside is saturated with oil, and it balloons way more than the rest of them. So I'm fighting Traxxas for new tires because I feel like I deserve it. Anyway, so that's what I did in the front. I tightened the steering servo piece that attaches the linkages to the servo. I forgot what it's called, the horn maybe. I took off and adjusted the front diff cover. Well, more of tightened it in a star pattern to my wrist, so equal turns, if you will, equal strength. Since the struts aren't doing so hot, I had to really slam the springs. What I had to do in the back, so if you notice, I have a previous video of me unboxing it. It was extremely noisy, and it didn't roll forward by itself. See how now it rolls forward really easy? Before, I would have to struggle really hard to get it to move a little bit. Now you can just push it and it rolls. So that problem, they must have put this cover on wrong, because by the time I took apart the rear diff, I took apart the motor assembly, the gear, I took everything off and started spinning stuff. I was binding here, so I took it all off. Everything looks spotless. I cleaned it anyway, put it back together, and now, if you notice, it just rolls. The squeaking, excuse me, I hurt my back at work. The squeaking is a bearing, I'm pretty sure, in the rear, but I'm not worried about that. You don't drive this thing to work every day. You flip it off of trees and you build a jump out of tree stumps, or you have your girlfriend drag the stuff over here because you broke your back at work. Anyway, that's that. So far I had to tighten the steering servo, redo the front diff, redo the back diff, more like just tighten it in my fashion. Let's see if it's leaking in the rear. It is not leaking in the rear anymore. No leaks in the rear. So I put the speed gear on there just for shits and giggles. I mean, it came with it. I never used them in the past, but this thing has been so much fun, I thought I would play with it right away. Yes, so what else did I do really fast? I went around and I checked all the bolts. Most of them were nowhere near hand tight, so I don't know if they come loose during use or what. It was my first time going through it, so I'll let you know during the next maintenance video. But so far, brand new out of the box. It worked fantastic. I've never had so much fun in my life, but quality control could be improved a little bit. Kind of hard for something like this, and it's a hobbyist thing, so really, if you buy one of these, you expect to take it apart, put it back together to your spec, and then drive it. But I love it. It's my favorite RC car yet. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to really record a bashing video or anything right now because I don't got anybody with me. Anyway, highly recommend this truck, even with the little things I've had to do so far.